Okay, so NASA's been acting really weird lately. And I'm not talking about the usual "we found water on Mars" kind of weird. I'm talking about the James Webb Telescope, finding something so disturbing that scientists had to hold 3 emergency meetings about whether to even tell us. And here's the kicker. What they found breaks one of the most fundamental rules of physics we thought we understood. Stay with me, because this gets wild. All right, quick backstory. The James Webb Space Telescope, let's just call it JWST, because that's a mouthful, launched on Christmas Day, 2021. This thing cost $10 billion. That's billion with a B. To put that in perspective, that's enough money to buy everyone in America a fancy coffee every single day for an entire year. NASA really bet the farm on this one. It's 100 times more powerful than Hubble. It can see galaxies that formed just 200 million years after the Big Bang. That's like being able to see a bumblebee on the moon from Earth while wearing sunglasses. But nobody expected what it would find when it pointed at the oldest parts of the universe. So, in July 2022, JWST sends back its first images. Scientists are expecting to see baby galaxies, small, dim, still forming, like cosmic infants. Instead, they find fully formed, massive galaxies. We're talking galaxies with hundreds of billions of stars, and they're just sitting there. In the infant universe, like finding a fully grown adult at a kindergarten. Here's the actual data. These galaxies formed between 500 and 700 million years after the Big Bang. According to our understanding of physics, that's impossible. Think of it this way. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. These galaxies showed up when the universe was only 3% of its current age. That's like a human baby being born, and 3 weeks later, it's driving a car and filing taxes. Why this breaks physics? Now, let me explain why scientists are freaking out. According to the Lambda CDM model, which is basically our rule book for how the universe works, galaxies form slowly, really slowly. First, you need gas clouds to collapse under gravity. Then stars have to form. Then those stars have to create heavier elements by dying in supernovas. Then those elements form new stars. It's like baking a cake, but the recipe takes hundreds of millions of years. But these JWST galaxies, they apparently skipped the recipe. They just appeared, fully baked. One galaxy in particular, they're calling it Glass Z13, has a mass equivalent to 1 billion suns, and it formed in less time than it should take to form even one generation of stars. Professor Dan Coe from Johns Hopkins literally said, quote, "These galaxies shouldn't exist. It's like looking in a nursery and finding a teenager." The theories. What could explain this? Okay, so what's actually going on? Scientists have 3 main theories, and honestly, all of them are kind of terrifying. Theory 1. Dark matter is weirder than we thought. You know dark matter, that invisible stuff that makes up 85% of the universe? What if it doesn't behave the way we think? Some physicists think dark matter might have clumped together way faster in the early universe, creating seeds for galaxies to form at turbo speed. But this would mean our entire understanding of dark matter, which we already barely understand, is wrong. Theory 2. The universe is older than we think. What if our age calculation is off? What if the Big Bang happened earlier than 13.8 billion years ago? But here's the problem. We've measured the universe's age like 20 different ways: cosmic microwave background radiation, distant supernovas, star ages. They all agree. If this number is wrong, literally thousands of scientific papers are toast. Theory 3. Supermassive black holes created stars differently. This one's my favorite because it's the weirdest. Some scientists think supermassive black holes formed first, before galaxies, and they basically forced stars to form around them way faster than normal. Think of black holes as cosmic factories running on overtime. But this creates another problem. How did supermassive black holes form that fast? It's turtles all the way down. The really disturbing part? But here's what keeps astronomers up at night. These aren't just a few weird galaxies. JWST has found hundreds of these impossible galaxies. In February 2024, researchers published findings in Nature Astronomy showing that up to 90% of early galaxies are way more massive than they should be. 90%! That's not an anomaly. That's not a measurement error. That's the universe telling us, hey, your rules? Yeah, those don't apply. And if our models of galaxy formation are this wrong, what else are we wrong about? Dr. Mike Boylan-Colchin from the University of Texas said something that honestly gave me chills. He said, if these galaxies are real, we're going to have to rewrite the textbooks, not update them, rewrite them. That means cosmology as we know it, the study of how the universe works, might need a complete overhaul. What happens next? So what now? Well, JWST is still out there, a million miles from Earth, taking more pictures. And every month, we're getting new data. Just last month, December 2025, JWST found a galaxy that formed only 290 million years after the Big Bang. Even earlier, even more impossible. Scientists are basically split into two camps right now. Camp 1 says our physics is fundamentally broken and we need new laws. Camp 2 says we're missing something huge, maybe a new force, maybe a new type of matter that we haven't discovered yet. Either way, we're in uncharted territory, and honestly, that's kind of exciting, because this is how science works. You think you understand something, the universe says nope, and you have to start over. It's happened before. People thought Earth was flat, then the center of everything. Then we discovered the universe is expanding. Each time, we had to rebuild our understanding. Here's what blows my mind about all this. Right now, tonight, when you look up at the stars, you're seeing light that traveled for billions of years to reach your eyes. And somewhere out there are these ancient, impossible galaxies that shouldn't exist. They're like cosmic glitches in the Matrix, and they're waiting for us to figure out what they mean. So yay! The James Webb Telescope found something disturbing, not because it's scary, but because it means we know way less about the universe than we thought. And personally, I think that's beautiful. If you want more space mysteries explained like this, hit subscribe. I'm breaking down one mind-bending discovery every week, and drop a comment. What do you think is happening with these galaxies? Are we wrong about the Big Bang? Is dark matter weirder than we think? Let me know. Thanks for watching. And remember, we're all just trying to figure this thing out together.